To be fair, the woman does put up a fair enough fight, but the guy is simply determined to win. He seems to successfully use the woman's own body weight against her and keeps her pinned down.
Oh, she was pissed.
As he releases, everyone knows who the winner is.
Alright guys, y'all looking at the thumbnail, y'all looking at the title of the video, y'all already know what time it is. It is time to get active. When men fight back. Found this compilation of biologically born women competing against men in combat sports, and I thought it'd be very interesting to dive in and take a look at. Without further ado,
Number 10, male versus female Marine. Women in the military have it tough. However, when this female Marine thought her serving in Iraq with the boys was a statement too little, she decided to prove her mettle by facing off her male counterpart inside the boxing ring.
Why's it always gotta be a statement? Why? Yo, feminism got y'all messed all the way up. Stop trying to compete with us. That's why the standards for the military are different, because we're built different. Our bodies are not the same. Anything you can do, I can do better. Until it comes to physical things.
But perhaps she was expecting the match to go a bit differently.
Oh,
you see,
no.
there's a fair bit of visible shock as she gets blown up by her male colleague, almost as if she didn't expect him to fight back. The footage dates back to 2007 when this female Marine made the bold claim that she could beat any male Marine inside the base.
No, she didn't.
Clearly, that claim was not true. As soon as the blue guy enters the ring, he's booed by everyone else, which kind of makes me feel bad for the guy. However, it's only fair given how it's a friendly match. You can't expect to be in a boxing match and not get punched. The man has a fairly easy time throwing around his opponent as if she's weightless, but then the final knockdown brings the match to a halt.
Oh, God.
The guy takes away a victory, and the woman takes away a valuable lesson.
What was so crazy about that is that they booed him when he was winning. Like, excuse me, she wanted to fight. So it's okay to cheer for the delusional woman that thinks that she could beat everybody in the base, irrespective of her obviously not having any boxing skill whatsoever. She can't fight at all. So why would she even be making these claims? Oh, goodness. Let's keep going.
Number 9, another female soldier eats the floor. We have immense respect for all the men and women in uniform. With that said, it's kind of amusing that the ladies think they can beat up the guys. Sure, they're all soldiers, and many of these women are stronger than your average Karen. But for them to assume that their male colleagues are an easy pick is more than just an underestimation. This lady in uniform thought that she stood a chance against the male soldier as the two faced each other off in a jiu-jitsu match. However, that was clearly a mistake.
It don't matter.
The man instantly slams her to the ground. He then continues to keep her constantly pinned down, and the winner's soon declared. Prayers to anyone who thought the result might have been somewhat different.
Oh. Gentlemen, listen, have you started spring cleaning yet? The carpets need cleaning, the drapes need dusting, and your lawn needs mowing. Spring has sprung, and the global leaders in below-the-waist grooming have the absolute best tools for cleaning down below. The Performance Package 4.0 from Manscaped is the only tool that you will need to keep the boys down below looking and smelling like the fresh tulips that your partner wants. And to start off your spring cleaning correctly, you guys gotta get Manscaped's Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer to get the most precise shave on your down below hedges. Did I ever mention, guys, that it's also waterproof? It comes with a rechargeable battery, and last but not least, it comes with a little LED light to make sure that you get all of the areas that you normally miss. The start of spring also marks the start of Testicular Cancer Awareness Month in April. Manscaped has partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to testicular cancer, men's health, and early cancer detection. And as you guys know, as something that has impacted me, I'm all for raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men ages 15 to 35. And guys, listen, you need to use my link because you'll get 20% off plus free shipping by going to manscaped.com/MTR. That's 20% off plus free shipping. All right, so it's time to throw out your old hygiene habits and upgrade your life. Do it now.
Number 8, a true gentleman. This video is somewhat heartwarming.
Shout out to Street Beefs.
Of course, kickboxing is not the friendliest of sports, but the two competitors in this fight have immense respect for one another. To be fair, the guy and the girl both put up an amazing fight. However, if we simply look at who landed the most blows, we know that the man in the ring was performing better overall. But kudos to the girl for not giving up her ground and staying on her feet till the very end. The two performed very well. But as the end came near, the best part of the fight showed itself. Both fighters applauded and celebrated each other for their performance. Number 7, Marine Pugil Sticks. Pugil stick fighting is a Marine custom, but when a woman thinks that she can beat her male counterpart just because she made it into the Marines, she realizes that she is badly mistaken. As the first round begins, the man charges her like a true Chad. He does so with such force that it almost
Damn, relax, my G, right over here. Relax. Listen, you give him the pugilist stick and you say go. If you didn't set up already kind of what's going to happen. And look at this. They're all over here with cameras and shit like that. So they already know they're going to get a viral moment. Look at my man over here. Holy shit. Look. but at the same time, right, like if the ladies are challenging the men, why would I want to let up? Especially nowadays when everybody is fighting for equality, right? This is what you ask for, equal rights and equal laughs, all right? But apparently in the mind of these referees, they did not agree with his actions. All right, let's keep going.
Knocks her out of the ring. Meanwhile, he has to be stopped by
he
two
knocked
of the
her
male
to another
referees.
planet.
In the second round, he seems to be going easy, yet still effortlessly hits her a bit too hard.
Oh no, she fell over that.
The third round sees him trying to be even
Stop
more
the competition.
careful, and yet the referee still thinks he's being too harsh. If you didn't want him to fight, why put him in there? Number 6, destroyed in seconds.
Oh, I remember this one. We're gonna watch this one again.
This guy is a legend in his own right. I mean, he might not be the
damn
ideal
sure is.
gentleman, but when women face him in the gentleman's sport, he seems to know how to display a unique form of chivalry. The guy literally slams his female opponents one after the other, almost effortlessly, annihilating most of them in seconds. He uses all forms of attacks, including body slams, ruthless uppercuts, and merciless chokeholds.
Say
the
uncle.
guy really knows a thing or two about equality and is teaching that to his female counterpart.
He headbutted her. Listen, I actually have a little bit more. He about to follow up when she's turned away. You can see her rethinking all decisions and choices that she's made before she got in that ring this morning. So I found out more information about him. Apparently he's a radio host, he's a DJ, and these are all of his online trolls. So he set up a boxing fight and he said, listen, if y'all got ish to say, y'all talking about how puny and scrawny and how unmanly that I am, then come here, sign this waiver, and let's go get it popping. You can get all your online hate out on me in this particular ring, in this particular fashion. And he went in there like a goddamn superstar and let him know that he's a man. Shout out to that brother right there.
I mean, he might seem like he has no manners when it comes to women,
Ouch.
but he doesn't need any inside the ring anyways. Number 5, ranks do not matter. Officers in the military are often accused of having a certain sense of pride over the enlisted. But this female officer found out the hard way that rank does not matter, especially in a fight. She started pretty well, though, I'll admit. She went in with a few decent attempts. However, just a couple of seconds in, her male subordinate tackled her brilliantly to the ground and put her in an unforgiving
He's got
position.
skill.
He put her in a chokehold and was simply not ready to let her go. He even did a few fun rollovers to add substance to the fight. But in the end,
like
she
a
found
damn
out
alligator.
that ranks do not matter when raw power is concerned. Number 4.
Caught her in that death roll.
Sometimes we really think
this is the China versus Buttafuoco fight.
When will we understand that men and women fighting each other is not a good idea? After all, in this fight between Joey Buttafuoco and Joni Laurer, we can see why this is the case.
R.I.P. to China.
The man literally seems to be throwing her all over the ring and lands a few unforgiving punches that probably shook her world. Honestly, there isn't much to be said. It's better to just have a look.
Yeah, just real quick, for those that are not aware, Joybo Fuku, and I know there's a lot of cats in here who don't know who that is. He was popular in like the 90s because it was all over New York. Maybe it wasn't that popular outside of New York, but his wife got shot in the face by his mistress. And it was like this public lawsuit, So he gained like mainstream attention. And so this is obviously after, the court case and everything went on. So yeah, he used a component of his fame in order to make additional money. And within that additional money, he uppercutted China. He utilized that to beat this naturally born woman into submission. Let's keep going.
Number 3, choker. For Marines to fight inside a cage is a really big deal. But when the contestants are a man and a woman,
you could tell she grew up with brothers.
It's truly going to be hell in a cell for one of them. This female Marine and her male counterpart were expected to battle it out inside the cage. When that did happen, the girl was initially very motivated. However, as things settled down, the guy managed to put a few unforgiving locks on her. His final chokehold
he's not letting
helped
up.
everyone make up their minds about what gender they'd like to bet on from there onwards. Number 2, 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Don't tell me it's about to be
really
2 on 1.
Don't make a right. In that sense, 2 women fighting against a single man still doesn't mean it's okay in any sense of the word. As soon as these deluded ladies begin their offense, the guy takes one of them down, slamming her to the floor as if she's weightless.
He's ultra skilled,
Meanwhile,
though.
her partner tries to help in freezing her, but her attempts are futile. They still manage to give the guy a tough time. But just when things seem hopeful for them, he makes them both tap out one by one. Take a look.
Oh, wow.
Number 1, a sore loser. On top of our list, we have this extremely brief wrestling match. The woman in the match is arguably stronger than most women that we come across in our day-to-day life. The man, on the other hand, initially seems like an easy pick. However, as the match begins, the woman immediately finds herself stuck as the guy grabs her and pulls her down to the floor in an unforgiving lock.
He's actually in a dominant position right now, being on his back. So it may look like she's on top and she's winning.
To be fair, the woman does put up a fair enough fight, but the guy is simply determined to win. He seems to successfully use the woman's own body weight against her and keeps her pinned down.
Oh, she was pissed.
As he releases, everyone knows who the winner is. The woman, however, thinks that she's been wronged and refuses to accept a simple defeat, protesting the imminent decision before it's even announced. She knows she lost, but just doesn't want to admit it.
She didn't tap?
But just as everyone saw, the referee is unmoved by her claims and raises the guy's arm in a declaration of a clear victor.
He saves your arm. This men versus women thing, and whether it be sports or from a physical perspective, men have so many more advantages through the chemicals that flow throughout our body. And I actually have some stats here. I'll leave a link to this article down in the description box down below so you guys can go look at all the relevant links and articles. We are obviously taller people. Height plays a factor into physical capabilities such as strength. And you can see here different sizes of very important bones in the body that have to do with movement, femur length, right? Like take a look at body fat percentages or how much lean body mass that we have in our bodies as dictated by the testosterone that pumps throughout our body. Even things such as tendon resistance, right? Which means less injury, right? Like I know female basketball players, like their rate of ACL injuries is so much higher because of their tendons resistance and then also the curvature of their hips. So when they're pivoting and switching positions, it is more likely to put their knee in a much more compromising position. We have larger lung volume, more oxygen that can pump throughout our body. And you also see here the functional differences between these major muscle groups, right? And then what that turns into from a performance perspective. So to sum all that up, on average, males jump farther, run faster, throw longer, and lift heavier objects than females on average. And this creates such a large performance gaps in virtually all sports, and it especially can be seen in combat sports. And honestly, guys, videos like this tend to get a lot of views, which I think that the view count demonstrates how kooky of a society that we live in, as if it's some new information that men on average perform better in physical sport activities. But I think that shows the malarkey, yet the power that is feminism. And until we put this shit under a microscope, we're going to have a lot more Leah Thomases dusting biological women in female sports. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Did you guys like the compilation? Let me know down below in the comment box, and make sure that you include the timestamp so I know exactly which portion of the video that you are talking about. Until next time, YouTube, peace.